Okay.
Hi, all, and welcome to take two of All Metal Mode podcast. This is Digger DeGaz, and I'm on with Gypsy. And we are trying our wonderful Monday night All Metal Mode podcast. We'll see if anybody can hear us and come into the show. And yeah, can you hear me,
There we
Gypsy?
go. I can hear you. I can
So
hear you.
we did, if anybody can hear this, we did figure out that Gypsy and I couldn't talk to each other through the computer if I didn't have internet. So it is Spreaker that is deciding it does not want to fully function. So yay for fun times, especially when there's 9 million shows going on. And yeah, so
Uh, oh, no, they're saying it's cutting out again.
for Pete's sake.
Oh, man.
Well, what we can do is, Gypsy, you and I know we could get on another time and people can listen to it, when it works best for them. And then what we can do is just make sure I'll do a backup of somehow if Spreaker gives out next week, what we can do.
Everybody's saying they can hear us both now. Let's go ahead and tell them what we're going to tell them, and
All right, yeah.
while they can hear us. Well, thank you all for being patient. So sorry, Spreaker is on and off tonight. They say they spoke too soon. Hopefully 2021 will be better. And we're going to bring it in with another special announcement. So y'all be sure and tune in then as well.
And I don't know if anybody can actually hear or if they're just reading the chat. So yeah, we'll have a couple different giveaways in both shows, like Gypsy said, and then again in the new year. We are still planning on having a show the next, the remainder of December. I know that in the past few weeks, last Saturday or was it Monday? Yeah, last Monday we had a horrible windstorm. And our power just kept going in and out, and it would have been like this show, except it would not have been Spreaker doing it. It would have been the power to my house. Which,
Right.
yeah. So that's why we ended up having to cancel last week's, and then it's been two. I think we haven't been on in 3 weeks because of the week prior to that too. Uh, the systems thing. Maybe I'd say Santa needs to bring me a new computer, but I don't think it's the computer. So, uh,
So yeah, we will be using a random, what is it,
it's
what is
random.org.
it,
Yeah.
random.org, for the, picking the, winning numbers. And, one other special announcement that I can go ahead and finally make. This is totally off subject with the giveaways coming up, but I don't know how long we'll have power with your Wi-Fi, so I'm going to go ahead and say it real quick. So it's official now. The show that I went and filmed with the Discovery Channel. There's a new show coming out. It's going to be on Discovery Plus. You can look up Discovery Plus. Now it's going to be a new thing, kind of like, HBO has a new, like, what is it, HBO Max, or most of the channels are coming out with a Plus or a Max or a something. Anyway, Discovery's doing the same thing, and it's going to be called Discovery Plus, and you'll be able to stream other stuff like HGTV, other stuff like that. But anyway, long story short there, I'm going to be in one of the episodes of the new show with Freddie Dodge. The Freddie Dodge, now if I can even remember the name of the show, I got to look back. What is it called? I got old time, turning, well, I'm not going to say how old I am, but turning the big one off there. It is called Freddie Dodge's Mine Rescue. So it'll be Gold Rush, Freddie Dodge's Mine Rescue on Discovery Plus. I should be in episode 5. So I'll be giving y'all more info on that as it gets closer, but just wanted to announce that and some other upcoming stuff later on, hopefully with the Discovery Channel as well. So anyway, I'm excited about it.
No, absolutely. Anybody would be. So fun. So you did get to tell us a little bit about your time out there. Not exactly the show parts, but you did get to talk about some of the...
Now that they've announced it officially, I can, kind of give you that information. The new show will air is supposed to start airing at the same time that the new Discovery Plus airs. New Discovery Plus starts February the 4th. So y'all be sure and check out Discovery Plus, and it'll be look for the Freddie Dodge Show, and I probably, like I said, I probably won't be on there till episode 5, although the guy had told me, the producer had told me that sometimes Discovery likes to change it up a bit. So, I mean, who knows? It could be episode 2 for that matter. So, just not sure. Anyway, we also, that day I filmed a good portion of the day, but I was asking the producer, I said, so I guess by the time they put all that and edit all the footage, my being in the show is only going to be a couple minutes long. And he said, yeah, that's about right. So if you blink, you might miss me. I don't know, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Jersey History Hunters is saying we have to have a watch party for it. Or you have to have a watch party for it, so.
Yeah, try to figure that out. I'm not as tech savvy as some of you are. I need Audra from Jersey History Hunters. I need her tech savvy to help me set that up. And Nancy, ambient girl.
Yeah, I think we might have lost Nancy when we were flip-flopping. So I did put in here, and I'm not sure if people can hear us or not right now, but Gypsy and I can do a taping of quote unquote Monday night podcast and post one later in the week talking about our recent finds and digging. What do you think about that, Gyps?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Or we can keep going. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, we could definitely keep going, but for those that we lost, because we did, I don't know.
Yeah, we can definitely do that, revisit it during the week. But yeah, I was able, let me tell y'all real quickly, I was able to get out, Saturday with my friends, Zola and Scott, and we have a new detecting friend who's new to metal detecting, Theron, and he just purchased him the Garrett AT Pro. And anyway, we were out digging, and my buddy Scott popped this most gorgeous 14-karat gold ring. And this was right about the very end of the day. So it was pretty amazing. You can go to my Facebook You can go to my Facebook zero discrimination page and see some photos of the ring, but the video will probably be coming out in a few weeks. So I'm behind on my video editing, so I've got a few more videos to edit and get out. But yeah, that ring, I think I sent you a photo of it. It was just, oh man, it was gorgeous, 14 karat gold ring.
Yeah, it looked like one of those gold nugget style rings.
Yeah, it was kind of not even the gold nugget style. It was more of like kind of had a pitted look to it, but not, you know what I mean? Like a old pitted look to it. It's got a really old look to it. I love the look of it up close.
It was pretty neat. Yeah, this weekend I did not get out. The last time I got out was the prior weekend.
Really?
Yeah. Between the snowstorm, I just didn't have the drive in me this week to go out during the storm. I did one of those stuff-a-boat. Well, the most people do the stuff-a-bus or for the Toys for Tots and charities like that. We ended up going to a stuff the boat, which was a lot of fun. And it was actually a mix of pouring rain and then snow. I'm pretty sure all of New England got hit, whether it was some pretty good gusty winds with rain or that mixing snow, sleet, or snow. They had said in the morning they had updated us to like 14 inches, I think, or 16 inches, and with the mix of the rain, it actually ended up only being like, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches. But it was that heavy, wet snow, so I just didn't have the drive to want to actually don my gear and head in the woods. Just didn't have it. So I'm glad I did. I got out last weekend, and it's weird. I keep finding British coins, and not like kgs or anything like that, but the threepence I found, which the 3 pence or threepence was a really neat thing to find. And then I do have a mystery coin. I'm gonna have to probably send pictures. I have no idea, but knowing that I found the ship's halfpenny, a few weeks before that, maybe this is another, I don't know. Everything's all over the place because I did find an 1800s Indian head penny at the same spot. So, meh.
Wow.
It's a mix of stuff.
Well, so, I'm anxious to hear if you find out what your mystery coin is.
Yeah.
So, how are you thinking about claiming that? Are you?
It's in such bad shape. I don't know. See, I have a fiber pen that I use. So I tend to use that, and it brushes off, the embedded dirt or any of the crusts, and even some of that green, you can kind of brush it down, but not totally eliminate it. So I've been doing that. I mean, the coins coming from this area are all crusty and gross in the first place. It's basically like water hunting. So, I don't know. Yeah, I know that the prior crusty coin turned out to be that ship's halfpenny. And basically, once it started drying, it just flaked apart. But, yeah, I had seen someone was actually talking, I forget which group it was, but about the restoration pencils and how most people like, I don't know if you do it too, or the only one that I tend to use is the the bristle. I don't tend to use the pencil pieces.
I've used the pencils many times and on different things, some on coins. It cleans up an Indian head penny really well.
Oh, nice.
And remember our bottle dump bottle dump, a button dump.
Yep.
Um, and that I cleaned up one button that I had no idea it still had gold, the gold gilding still on it, and it did. And it was just amazing how well it cleaned up. And it took a long time, but it sure cleaned up so beautifully. But are you there's the fiber pencil, and then there's also one that comes in the, what is it, Andrews?
The Andre's pencils. Those are the ones I'm talking about. I do not use the graphite.
The others. Okay.
No, those are what I'm talking about. The actual restoration one that like Brian sells on Digger's Den, I use that a lot more than I use the Andres. And then
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then for I think on Amazon you can find like computer hardware cleaning type pencils and different bristles and brushes and stuff. Those are the ones I technically use the most, or ones that you'd use on the hard drive to clean things up. So,
although the one that you're talking about from the Digger's Den, the one with the it's kind of a white.
Yes, that one too.
That you can, yes, I've used that one on buttons and coins as well, and I do love that pencil. That thing is amazing. I do tend to like it a little better as well.
Yeah, those are better than those. Yeah. Yep.
So, Stephen, I missed the question. Where'd it go?
They wanted to know if you're coming to Arkansas with Murray.
Oh, yes. So, Steve, I will be. I'm sorry you probably missed it earlier because we were having all the technical difficulties, but I am. I'll be driving out Monday to East Texas, and then from there I'll be going to Arkansas. So I will be meeting up with Murray and Jace, and I do know that Garrett is coming along, and we're going to be videoing and trying to find some Civil War relics. So hopefully we'll get on something and be able to make some good video footage, I'm hoping. So really excited about that. It'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome. The only traveling I'm doing is probably Seacoast. I'm hoping to get back to this the mystery coin spot. And then if we get, it definitely is starting to freeze up around here, so probably end up in the woods again here soon, which I need to find. I need to find my gloves.
Do you have that, do you have the heated gloves?
No.
No. You just use the hand warm, those little things like we used when we were at Pound. I can't even think of them, but you kind of break and it heats up.
Yeah, the hot
those in your gloves.
Hot toes, or yes, I use those. Yep. I'm nervous about using anything that's heated or has electronics in it because they do end up getting really wet. So maybe if I do a little bit more research, I can find one. I know that I had gotten one at the Army surplus store last winter, and I don't know where I put them. So I do have to go back and try to find them.
Yeah, I had, when I went out the other day with my friends, it was like so cold. That morning when we started, my hands were frozen, and I didn't even have time. We had gotten an early start to go dig through, because I always try to store my winter stuff in the garage, and I haven't gotten it out yet because, here in Texas, we don't have as many cold days as y'all. So I stored my heated gloves somewhere, and I wasn't able to go get them, so I was just using my regular digging gloves. But it sure can make a difference.
It definitely does. Especially with so last winter I got some, it's either you either use it for tennis rackets or you can use it for like hockey sticks. It's that padded wrap. So I have one of those, the metal shovel that's complete, like the handle is metal. It's all one piece technically welded together. And I use that wrap and that helped to actually keep my hands a little bit like less cold. And that stuff was great because it's not taped. So you could wrap it and then use, it comes with a certain tape that you can use. Once you have it wrapped, you'll tape the end to the other piece that's wrapped around it. So that way you're not, you can, if it starts to wear through or gets gross, you can always change it up. So, which has happened now a couple times. But it's pretty cool. Can color coordinate it. You and all your friends have the same shovel. Yeah, you can change up the color. And it's padded, so I like that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I know they were talking about gloves in the chat, and another thing is it is hard to find good gloves for, there's different uses. I use more of a rubbery type glove when I'm digging in the river because of the gravel and the rocks, and then I try to use a cut-proof, the cut-proof gloves for digging in the dumps. So is there a certain kind of glove that you have found that you like for different things, or do you use the same type for everything?
I use Gorilla. I think it's Gorilla something or another for dump digging. I found that those cut-proof ones, they're all well and good if you're going sideways with a cut, but if you're actually like digging in and you're sticking your fingers into sharp edges, they do not stop the glass from penetrating it. I've cut myself way too many times through those thinking that it's okay. These are cut proof. Something you can do again if you're trying to protect your fingers is do a Band-Aid over the tips of your fingers and then electric tape. And I've done that through gloves. So if I go through like, I think they're, I don't know, some Walmart brand or Home Depot brand, and there is the chance that you're going to end up cutting it through, whether it's on a piece of metal, a lot of those rusty cans or anything like that. It's an added layer of protection, and they're easy to take off. You can easily cut them off because you've lined them with the Band-Aid underneath, but you're adding that extra protection that those gloves might not give you. Now, the best for the winter digging, so like digging through the snow and everything like that, and still, you think that the more you dig in the winter, and like it seems that they just keep adding layers to try to keep you warm. So it ends up that, your fingers end up really bulky and you can't really grab that small item that could be in the hole. That was a real problem that I kept, couldn't find it, or, the fingers, trying to find gloves that are kind of fit our hands. Just, I'm sorry, the women's gloves market, it really stinks. Kids gloves.
Tell me about it.
Yep. I mean, in the past, I've gotten kids, the knit type gloves, and then I'll put latex gloves over it. I've done that. I've actually taken tie wrap and put one of those foot warmer things around the handle of my detector and then zip tied it and tie wrapped it. So that way while holding it, it keeps my hand warm. And I'm trying to think of some other ideas. Yeah, there was one pair of gloves that was the best pair And I can't tell you the brand name because I don't know where they are. But I do know I got them in an Army surplus store, and they were great. So as soon as I find them, I will definitely let you know. They kept my hands warm, they kept my hands dry, and especially digging through, a foot of snow last winter to get to the ground, you get wet. So
Right. I would definitely be interested in finding out about those gloves from the Army surplus store because it sounds like something I haven't tried before. So
yeah.
I go through gloves like crazy. So
And then I think you and I were talking. So here, I love field digging, love field digging. But in the spring and the fall, the weather at my house might be beautiful. But when you go to those open fields, that wind is brutal, brutal. So I know you and I were talking about like the face shields. So
oh yeah.
um, we might have one of those to give away here. And but yeah, those are by far. I had the fleece ones last winter, and it
Uh-huh.
protected my neck as well as my face. So those ones were definitely awesome. And then in the spring, when it actually started getting warmer, but when the breeze came up from the forest through the fields, it was cold. So I know how, sometimes when you're digging and the wind, it just ends up doing a number on you, more so than just
Yeah.
digging.
Yeah. I'm really interested in those face shields as well because you were telling me all about those and yeah, if you recall at Pound the Ground how sick I got.
Yes.
I think it was from that day before Pound when I was detecting with the Garrett group, and the wind was blowing 90 miles an hour, and it was rainy, and detecting in that kind of weather just takes a toll on the old body sometimes. So I need all the protection I can get.
But you'll have to keep an eye out on your mailbox.
Uh-oh.
So you can give it a
Oh,
try.
Lord. Oh, goodness. Oh, I just lost the chat there.
Yeah, not looking forward to. So yeah, it looks like winter is officially here. Again, that doesn't mean I'm gonna quit treasure hunting. We all know I still go out, and it looks like the 10-day, our evenings, yeah, we're gonna be in yeah, it's gonna be below freezing every night. So
Not to rub it in, but
no.
you're not gonna like me. But Thursday, I think it's supposed to get up to 70 something here, and I'm looking forward to that because planning a little road trip with one of my friends. We're on a quest to find a bottle dump that is near a river by an old town, that an area I've never explored. So hopefully we'll get on to something. Of course, we'll be bringing the metal detectors as well, so we'll see what happens.
Make sure you bring your waders too.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. They're actually in the back of my car now, right now, because one of my last adventures. So I left them in the car, but yeah, I need a bigger vehicle. I need a Gypsy adventure vehicle or wagon because not all of my equipment will fit in my car, so I'm constantly hauling it back and forth into the garage. Do you have a special place where you store stuff for your metal detecting adventures or for like seasonal stuff?
You don't want to know. um, my organization skills have not been on point for my gear, which is probably why I can't find my gloves. I'm much more organized with my finds than I am with my gear. You've been to my house before, but right when you walk in, we call it the green room. It has all our detectors. It doesn't go below freezing. It doesn't get too hot in there. So that's where they all get stored. But then I did not make it to the metal recycling place this year. So like there's bucket upon bucket of metal, both outside in the yard and in the garage and in my workspace office. And then there's a tote that I kind of threw together last minute of stuff because I needed to go and get my truck done. So I basically threw all the gloves and everything. Oh, you know what? That might be where my winter gloves are. There's a tote of like gloves. There's a tote of buckets, like the see-through bucket, my sifters. Yeah, they're everywhere. Everything is everywhere. But hey, if we get a winter that they're saying we're gonna get, I'll have plenty of time to organize. It will give me some. I'm telling myself I went treasure hunting instead of doing chores and organizing, so I have plenty of time this winter to get on my game for spring. So.
Well, honestly, I'm sure you're more organized than me. I am not an organized person. I'm organized in my head usually, but like I said, I couldn't find a certain item that I'm gonna be wanting to give away on my YouTube channel, and I have hidden it somewhere for safekeeping, and I cannot find it. I'm not going to mention it here, but it's pretty awesome if I can find it to give away. So hopefully if I find it, y'all will see a video pop up on my channel for a special giveaway, but I've got to find this item, and yes, it is small.
It's always when you put it somewhere for safekeeping. Always.
Right? My brain doesn't allow me to remember those things anymore. Not a year later.
Oh, it's not your brain. You know the item grows legs and walks away.
I'm going to stick to that story. Yeah. It must have grown legs and walked away because, goodness. That's just like your gloves, huh?
Yep.
My heated gloves and your gloves.
I've had some silver quarters walk away. No idea where they went. I
love it. I love it. That's funny.
But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think since we got started late, again, apologize, but we probably should get off pretty soon. I know Lloyd popped in for a minute, and I know they have a show. I blame the cats. Did you see that? That's funny. Yeah, I have 2 cats, so I could always blame them as well. So, and 1 little dog. Y'all's comments are cracking me up. But thank you all for listening tonight. And don't forget to tune in next week with our special guest, Brian Harvey from the Digger's Den. And we will be making announcements on some of our giveaways for next week. And so be looking for that. I think they're going to be excited about it, don't you? Some of our giveaways.
Yeah, they're. Yes, I would like to win them. So.
Me as well. I mean, I mean, you can always use an extra one of these in our hobby or 2. So, definitely. Hopefully, y'all will like the prizes we've chosen for this holiday giveaway, Christmas special. Anyway, can you think of anything else we need to mention before we hop off here?
No, I think that's it. I think that's it. And thank you all for listening in for the take 1 and take 2 and take 3 and take 4. And then the multiple back and forth of having to listen to what every other word. We'll have to make some bingo cards for Spreaker and our shows for when that happens next time.
Right. That was sad, but we made it. And thank you all for bearing with us and hanging in there. And yes, you all stay warm, stay safe, and keep smiling, as Nancy just said. We thank you all, and you all happy hunting as well if you get out and brave the cold. And remember, just dig it.
Have a good night,
all.